What's going on, guys? Better late than never. 2017 is upon us. Let's talk about some resolutions or goals, right? What's the difference? To me, setting resolutions year to year just seems kind of pointless in the sense that you're trying to resolve an issue at the beginning of a year, right? Where a goal is more a little bit steadfast. It's a little bit more applicable to what you're trying to do with your general life, and not so much thinking of it as a type of resolution to resolve an issue or a problem in your life. Goals are a little bit more positive in the aspect of you're just trying to reach a certain thing, which can usually build a lot of good consistent vibes in your life, build upon businesses, build upon performance, build upon how you look, things like that. Where as a resolution is more of like a quick fix. People turn to think of it in like 30-day, 60-day terms, and that's fine to get you jump started on your goals. But let's think of everything in terms of goals and not so much resolutions. That way we can continue to build upon those, right? Instead of just thinking like, what am I going to do for 2017? Think like, what am I going to do in 2017 to build for 2018, 2019, and so on and so forth. That way you have a big game plan of what you're trying to do with your life and trying to accomplish in it. And I think that is what separates people that are successful and people that have resolutions every year, and they're kind of the same thing year and year and year. And I think that's something that we can fall victim to, because it's a nice fun thing to kind of get our minds back into the groove of things, trying to get us back into where we want to be after the holidays, which is, like I said, that's perfectly fine if you're going to use it as a jump start to get things going. But definitely want to think of it in more of terms of what am I going to do this year to build for the following years so I can grow and become super successful in everything that I do. And for me, I have goals and I like to keep them to myself a lot of times. I feel like putting your goals out there isn't really the best way to achieve them. I feel like it creates a lot of pressure. It creates a lot of inconsistencies. And I think there's some times where you can put your goals out there and it can be good if you're using it for like accountability purposes. But I think a lot of times if you continue to externalize your goals to everyone, they start to lose their value to you as a person. Then you start to do things for other people instead of for yourself. So I like to keep my goals pretty internalized, and I'll talk to them with Kaylee, and that's pretty much it. Because we do our business together. We have TM Nutrition, and that's going really well, and our plans to continue to grow that. And we're also part of the Kabuki brand, and the Kabuki brand is an awesome brand that we support and we love, and we want to continue to help them grow. So we're trying to do a little bit of everything, and we try to do the best we can with both, and we try to provide what we're supposed to with both. And if we continue to try to put forth certain goals to meet certain expectations within both of those companies, I think that'll spread ourselves thin. So we're just doing what we're supposed to do. We're training, we're trying to be social when we go out to places, as far as like expos, open houses, powerlifting meets, etc., just so we're good ambassadors for both companies, and we're able to do our thing. And then within that, we have our goals for lifting, she has her goals for competing, and we're just trying to grow and continue to push those things. And we have big goals, big expectations, and we have stuff that we're going to do this year, and we have stuff that we're going to do next year, and we're going to build upon those. And I think that's kind of the idea of goal setting over resolution. And I think if you guys can start to look at it in terms of that, then you'll be a little bit more successful with reaching those things and being able to come out on top year after year instead of trying to do the same thing over and over again. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and share if you think this stuff's worth sharing. And if you guys have any other topics or anything you want to talk about, just let me know.
Everybody back up. Everybody back up.
Take the bodies out! Call the ambulances! I'm done giving first and second fucking chances! I'm a killer, I'm a killing, I'm a killing! I'm a killer, I'm a killer!
What's going on, guys? Here with some deload work, getting some work in with Chris on the bench press. Feeling pretty good. Knocked out this deload this week. Everything feels pretty healthy. Shoulder update, kind of go along with the goals and resolutions topic, right? Is trying to look at everything long-term approach. And as a coach, I find this extremely frustrating when you're trying to develop young athletes or powerlifters, whatever you want to call them. I like to call them strength athletes, but when you're trying to develop them and you're trying to look at a long-term perspective on things, right? How to become the best possible powerlifter, strength athlete, the best version of yourself long-term. Not so much training for the upcoming meet, not so much training for, this next 4-week block. It's all put into perspective of what am I doing right now to make me the best I can be when it's the appropriate time to be that, right? So if you're putting in the work and you're expecting to be the best in the world in year one, you're going to be highly disappointed and you're going to hit a lot of plateaus. You're going to hit a lot of walls. So to piggyback on goals and long-term view, it's very simple when it comes to strength sports in general. Is if you're doing something to improve or to better and it's your first time doing it, don't expect there to be magical adjustments to where all of a sudden you're hitting 50-pound PRs. Granted, sometimes that happens, but a lot of times with athletes, you can tell them, hey, maybe let's try widening your stance a little bit, or let's try putting on heels instead of flats, or vice versa, or just anything of that nature. They'll do it one session, and of course, what are you going to hear? You're going to hear, oh, this felt really awkward. It felt weaker. I don't like it. Right? One session in, and they're already trying to go back to their old ways, which they plateaued with to begin with. And if, as a coach, you found that this is going to be a better way to do things, then it's frustrating, right? So what does that mean with my shoulder? That means I've been spending about the last 5 to 6 weeks of being aggressive with the ART work, with Graston, with rehab, and it is finally coming to fruition that, hey, it's getting better. It's actually working. What we're doing is working. We found the spots to fix, and now we're able to aggressively go after it, and it's getting better every single session. But it took 4 or 5 sessions to find that spot. It took 4 or 5 sessions to dig out some of the other problems to get to the main one and get to that solution. If I would have just went there the first time and was like, hey, Francesca, you know what? I expect to be healed as soon as you're done with this. And if I wasn't, I would have tried something else, or I would have went back to doing whatever. But I knew long term, like, hey, I believe in this person, I trust this person, they're going to do what's best, they're going to make this work, and I'm going to give them every opportunity to make that happen. So I stuck with it, and right now, about 5 weeks into it, we finally got to the point of the problem, and through the Graston, ART, and the rehab exercises she's given me, my shoulder / tricep / rotator cuff, because that's kind of all the issues we were going through, is feeling probably 85% healthy and ready to press and push. And I'm pretty optimistic that I'll be back to full health and full strength and even stronger come the US Open time. So I'm pretty excited about that, pretty excited about the process, and I'm glad I was able to stick with it and just kind of keep fighting it out and keep pushing through. And that's pretty much it, guys. Starting my strength block, which is what you see here with the squats. Myself and Doyle getting some squats in, getting some deadlifts in. Strength block is underway, ready for these meets, ready to have some fun. And on a good note, Kaylee got invited to the US Open as well, so we'll be competing together. She'll be in the 114 class, and I'll be in the 242 class. So looking forward to meeting everyone out there. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, take care.
I'm done giving first and second